Hello, my name is Will Buchanan, and I'm walking all the way across the country to New Hampshire in search of more freedom on a project called the Walk for Liberty. Today is October 22nd, 2008, day 169. This is the great hamlet of Emma, Indiana. This morning was the coldest morning we've had, at least since the very beginning of the Walk for Liberty. When I got up and looked on weather.com, it said the temperature was 29 degrees. Just after I started my walk this morning, there were 3 Amish guys standing in a yard waiting for me to pass by. They asked me what I was doing and were obviously curious at what some weird guy in a bright vest was doing walking through. I gave them my card and told them a little bit about my walk, and they wished me the best. Then later on, another Amish guy whose business I was walking by said he recognized me from the article which came out in the Goshen News today. There have also been several other Amish who seem to recognize me, presumably from the article. The Amish here in this area do seem more sociable to outsiders than the Amish in some of the other communities which we've passed through. And they're also a bit more modern, using things like bicycles and electric lights for their horse and buggies, and apparently sometimes even tractors. One impression I've always had about the Amish in general, though, is that they seem to want to live their lives the way they see fit, not hurting or bothering other people, nor making demands about how they should live their lives, but also expecting the same in return from others. To be able to live their own lives the way they want to, without being forced to do or not do any particular thing. Sounds like a pretty liberty-oriented live and let live philosophy, don't you think? And as you might imagine, the government doesn't take too kindly to this philosophy, as the people in charge of government think they have the authority to tell other people how to live their lives. One example, which I had done a written blog entry about before I had started my video blog, was the case of an Amish man in Wisconsin who dared to build a house on his own property without begging the government's approval for the required permits. He was taken to court by the town government, who claimed that he owed them money to purchase the right to build a house on his own property. Why shouldn't he be able to do what he wants with his own 2 hands on his own property? Why shouldn't all of the Amish be able to live their lives the way they see fit, as long as they're not physically harming anyone else, without being interfered with by the government? They don't want any handouts, nor to interfere with others in how they want to live their lives. But likewise, they don't want their property stolen from them, nor to be told how to live their own lives. They just want the government to leave them alone. But then again, why should that be restricted to the Amish? Why shouldn't anyone who wants to be able to stand on their own 2 feet without interference from the government? In fact, why can't I just opt out of the government system entirely? To be able to interact voluntarily with anyone in any way I see fit. And in all other ways as well, to be able to live my life the way I want to. Can you think of even one good reason why the government should have authority over me, such that I shouldn't be allowed to do that? I walked 21.25 miles for Liberty today. Here's my GPS position. If you appreciate what we're doing here on the Walk for Liberty for the cause of freedom, please consider donating at donate.walkforliberty.com. This is Will Buchanan, signing off. This is what Brooke was risking by parking here.